What's going on, family? Hope you guys are doing well. Dropped this on the ground a little bit, so I had to pick it up, make sure I got all the dirt off it or whatever was on it. Don't want to put none of that in my system, but I think we're good now to light it up. All right, that's what I want to see right there. That's what I want to see. All right, this is smooth. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Let me raise this mic up a little bit. Is that weed? No, it is not. It is not weed. This is a cigar. What's going on, Roger Martin? Thank you for joining. I have a Cohiba. What's going on, Spidey05? Thank you for tuning in. What's going on, Char Dude? How y'all doing, man? It's a good night tonight. It's Saturday. Feels like a Friday night, but it's a Saturday night. This is a smooth, but I'm not getting a lot of draw. So we have to fix some things because I need to be getting some draw. And that lets me know I really feel like these Bahamian people sold me a dud, man. They sold me a couple duds. Because, yeah, it's got Cohiba on it. It's got the wrapper, you know what I'm saying? And it could be from Cuba, right? But who knows? These things probably old, dried out. These folks probably been trying to sell these cigars I don't know how long. And where you at, the beach? Nah, I'm home. I usually record at home. I feel like these people sold me a dud at the Bahamas. I got this from a cruise that I went on. I went to the Bahamas on a cruise. So I figured I would get a Cohiba from the Bahamas. But I don't know, this is my second one. I bought 3 and this feels like a dud. Like, I can't get a good draw. I haven't had many cigars where I can't get a good draw. Like, what, you know, how old are these? Or like, where did y'all keep these? You know, that type of deal. I don't know. I was excited, and now I'm not as excited anymore. Like, I shouldn't have to do that much on the draw just to get the smoke. And there's something wrong with that. Like this looks cool, but I ain't getting really no draw at all. Like this is straight, but what good does this do if I don't get a draw? I don't know. I don't know. Like I have to, that you shouldn't have to work that hard with a nice premium cigar in order to get a draw, right? And I have this lit. This is lit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Let me try. Nothing really. Okay, that's a little bit. I can't really taste nothing though, because again, I need a little bit more. I don't know. Better. Yeah, better. Did you see the I Play Rocky movie trailer? No, but I did hear about it. I heard about it's an actor playing Sylvester Stallone trying to play Rocky. So it's basically like a behind the scenes movie, a movie about the behind the scenes. No, a movie about a man trying to get a movie made. And I was told that it was pretty solid. Hello, Christina Wise. Thank you for joining. Hope you're doing well. What's going on, Linda Ty? Hope you're doing well. Hope you all are doing well on this Saturday. Marky Mark from Florida. That's exactly where I'm at, Mark. I am in Florida myself. It's a great place to be. Palm trees and hot weather, really. Rainy weather right now, though. It's been raining. Golly, you really shouldn't have to do this much on a cigar, but hey. From Seattle, Linda from Seattle, oof, that's a lot of rain. But is Seattle nice in the summer? That's the real question. Is Seattle nice in the summer? Is it like 70s? Or is it still kind of like cold? Because I was told in Seattle, someone that lived in Seattle that worked at my job, that they don't install ACs in the homes in Seattle. So something about it being cool enough or something like that. And I'm like, really? Kid got kidnapped in Seattle. What? Really? Yeah, watch out. Right there by the border too, right? Or no? Maybe I'm thinking about another state. Canada? No? Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about another state that's close to Canada, but if anything, if Seattle is like there, you always got that border piece that you got to watch out for. So, but yeah, wanted to at least show y'all the Cohiba. This is a different Cohiba. I had one the other day. This one's got a slightly different wrapper. It says Cohiba from Havana, Cuba. Probably can't see, but Havana, Cuba. This one's smoother than the other one that I had the other day. So I like it when it's smooth. It's not as peppery though. I don't really taste a lot of pepper in it. I'm trying to just make sure I can get the taste. This thing is smoking though, I will tell you that. I mean, just nothing but smoke the entire time. But let's hope let's see if it can actually stay lit, because again, that's been my problems with these that I bought from the Bahamas, is they don't stay lit that long. I'm afraid if I put this down, it's gonna go out quick. I mean, like real quick. So, but yeah, man, where y'all from, man? We got Florida on the live. We got Seattle on the live. Where y'all from? I'm here in Florida. I'm originally from Mississippi though, but I live here in Florida, so I've been here now about 6-7 years, going on 7 years now. So. Okay. Now I'm starting to get a little bit of smoke. There we go. I don't understand this one though, because again, I've never had something to like smoke like this. Like it's just continuous, right? Maybe you can see. Maybe not. I don't know. You see that there? It's been like that since I lit it. I mean, a lot. So, that's interesting. All right, from PA, here for 25 years. Oh, nice. Pennsylvania. Ooh, Philly fan or Pittsburgh fan? That's the real question. Hopefully you're a Philly fan. Because if you was a Pittsburgh fan, then that wouldn't be good. That's not good, Mark. You're a Pittsburgh fan. That's not good. Cause I'm a Ravens. I'm a Baltimore fan, Mark, and you know we don't like Pittsburgh. You know there is a deep rivalry there. I mean, I think you know that, Mark. I think you know that. Man, we do not like Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh don't like us. But there's a healthy respect, though. There's always a healthy respect, but our rivalry between Baltimore and Pittsburgh is, to me, it is the best in football. I don't care what team you put against what. You can have Green Bay versus Chicago. You can have Peyton versus Tom when they were playing. Ain't nothing like a Baltimore-Pittsburgh rivalry. Yep, ain't nothing like a Baltimore Ravens-Pittsburgh rivalry. I just wish I can go to one of those games at the bank. I want to go to M&T Bank Stadium one of these days to watch us play Pittsburgh. And I wish I could have went when Ray was playing and everybody was playing. Oh man, that old defense. I know you missed that old school Pittsburgh defense. Troy Polamalu, Ryan Clark, James Harrison, Cam Hayward. Ain't nothing like that, man. That old school rivalry defense. It really came down to defense because neither offense really just scored the ball like that. I mean, Ben played hard, but Ben, Flacco, all that, ain't nobody really just scored. That's a defense game. We knew, I think both sides knew whoever won, it was going to be because of the defense. There wasn't going to be too much running the ball on either side, but we were going to try to run it, and Pittsburgh was going to try to run it. He's going to have to pass. They forced Flacco to pass. We forced Ben to pass. Surprisingly, though, I think Ben was better than Flacco, obviously. So that's the edge, the quarterback piece. Plus, I think our receiving core had finally caught up to y'all at one point with Anquan Bolden, but then when he left, yeah, y'all always had a solid receiving core, right? Like it was never like super outside of Antonio Brown, and then Juju right, at one point, but it's always been kind of solid, right? I will say this cigar is weak. I am not feeling this because I'm not smoking it. Like it's just smoky. There's no draw from it. Like somewhat, but not like a lot. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I miss the days of Lynn Swan and the Bus and Bradshaw. Yeah, Terry was gutsy. You know what I mean? And the Bus. A lot of people underestimated the big backs back in the day. You know, you had the Bus. You had Brandon Jacobs at one point, right? A little bit newer on the newer side, right? Sean Alexander wasn't that big. But if we're talking about big backs, then we're talking about full backs who also converted to running back. And then you can go back even further than that, where you got big backs who were athletic, right? Everybody think like Derrick Henry is the most athletic big back. Like he's one of them, right? But you had to go back to them Earl Campbell days, right? You know, Bus days, right? Like I said, Brandon Jacobs, Mike Allslot days, right? Just run you over, but could be athletic. Mean Joe Green days, huh? Oh yeah. See, those were some different rules back then on the defense. Yeah, Mean Joe is boy. Those linemen then, those were some different type of people. Like they were different people. Because basically, what we're talking about people who came up in the era of like, some of them came from the South, not all of them, right? But you know, some athletes came from the South, right? We're talking about people who came up in the era of farming, railroads, right? Not saying they worked the railroads. I'm just saying railroad era, right? Even Jerry Rice, right? He was a bricklayer. His dad was a bricklayer, right? Bricks, building. We're talking about blue collar families playing football. That's a different type of strength. And those are also some different type of people, right? These kids today, they don't work, right? They kind of just spend more time on the sports side of things, the athletic side of things, right? You know, you got camps. They got camps, and a lot of different technology now that allows them to kind of excel, I guess, in the era of speed and physicality as far as their bodies now. Then though, you knew the difference. And I felt like you can feel the difference because of the people. Like I said, like they made you afraid to play on offense. I don't think anyone's afraid right now in football. Like they play, they have rules to protect the players, right? So it's become now where if you are athletic enough to play, you have the skill sets, and you continue to prove on your skills, and you shouldn't really worry about getting hit too hard or anything like that, because your body and your, all of the years that you spend in these camps would prepare you for it, right? It's one thing to like play the game as a sport, even because it is a sport, but it's another thing when you just have like these grown men out there. Like I said, that they got their strength, they got their understanding of the game from a different space. Yep, they got theirs from a different space. In that space, the rules allowed them to relish in that type of space, like grabbing face mask and just blasting you because you weren't all that fast. Like you were fast, but you didn't like improve, I guess, in your speed. Like I feel like back then most people used their natural born gifts and they excelled because they were gifted. But now you have so many players that have trained that have gifts that they just kind of relished in and improved on, that it don't really matter. You could find multiple people running 4.3s now, right? I feel like back then you weren't gonna find too many people running 4.3s, 4.2, nothing like that, right? 4.4s, like that, right? Like there are certain people that could, but definitely probably not linemen. Like you probably gonna find linemen running 4.6, 4.7s. They probably gonna be in the fives. You might, but they had to be gifted linemen, right? They had to be like very gifted linemen. All right, now it's turning out to be something. Yep, now it's turning out to be something. Necessary roughness, yeah. We had necessary roughness then. Now they'll call you for unnecessary roughness. But then it was necessary, I guess, because it was allowed. But yeah, I miss those players, man. That type, But again, it's cool to watch. But they made you afraid to play. And that's the era that you grew up in. You knew everybody wasn't gonna play football back then. You know what I mean? Like that's just not something that you were going to do, especially growing up during that era. And then in my era, right, we get to the Ray Lewis, the Brian Dawkins, the John Lynch, Sean Taylor, Sean Alexander, Adrian Peterson, younger days, Vikings era, right? Those were different. Warwick Dunn, that type of stuff. You had to have heart. You had to have grit. But again, if you played, you were special. Like they during that time, it really was about the team, right? As far as it's going to take all of us in order to win this game. Now, it's a team sport, but everything gets highlighted around individual play, mostly the quarterback. Like the quarterback was always special back then too, but now almost every team has a decent quarterback that can win. And right now, it really is any given Sunday. Anybody can win on Sunday. Back then, you used to know, or you can easily make a guess or a bet of who's going to win the game. Now, you never know. Like in our division, we were going to easily beat Cleveland. Easily. We were going to always beat Cleveland. Pittsburgh was going to always beat Cleveland. We were going to have a toss-up with Cincinnati, but a lot of times we went out on Cincinnati. Sometimes we lose. Pittsburgh, same way. Toss-up. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But there were certain teams we knew that you were going to beat. We knew we were going to beat Miami. We knew we were going to beat Cleveland. Everybody beat Detroit. I think that's a given. The Detroit now ain't the Detroit of what it used to be. Kansas City. Kansas City now ain't what Kansas City used to be, right? LA, the Rams ain't the same now that they used to be, right? This is a different type of Rams team. Rams weren't super great. I mean, yeah, they made a couple Super Bowls when they had, what's his name? Isaac Bruce and, can't think of the other one. But that Rams team died when those receivers and Kurt Warner left. Obviously, Kurt Warner, right? Shout out to Kurt Warner, man. Pop Warner football, man. You know, Kurt Warner, great quarterback. But not the same no more. Not the same no more. All right, this is starting to pan out pretty good now. I'm still not really getting a whole lot of smoke from it, but and it's not burning even. I don't know if it's because of the way that I lit it, but I tried to light it in a way that it would just stay lit. It is not an even burn though, and that hints at the wrapping. And if it's not the wrapping, then it's the handling of the cigar. You can always tell when the cigars haven't been handled properly, because you'll start seeing stuff like this. This is not just a lighting problem. This is also a wrapping problem of how the leaf was wrapped. So it makes it look like it's all warped. Nothing stays the same forever. Yeah, you're right about that, especially in football. Now I see what the parents mean when they say about the good old days, right? And you miss them good old days. It was simpler, and I feel like the older we get, the more those days seem to be simple. And it was only simple because you didn't have much to think about. Like, you had news, but now we got social media. And we have no choice but to know with social media. Like, it finds you now. Like, usually you can just stay off social media and you only know what you know. But because it's everywhere, someone's going to bring it up. And no matter where you go, work, gas station, any of that, someone's going to bring it up. And somehow you're going to hear about it, and they're going to tell you they saw it on social media. So, yeah, I want the good old days back too. Yeah, man, me too, man. The days where you can just watch ABC, watch some games, turn on CBS, watch a couple more games on a Sunday, get out of church, go outside on a Saturday, play some basketball, play some football, sit on the couch, watch TV, wash some clothes. Used to just be able to wash clothes, eat your good sandwich, bologna sandwich, I don't know, right? I grew up a little bit different, eating bologna sandwiches, hot dogs, you know, whatever's in the house. Cooking a burger on the grill, something like that, barbecuing, you know, and just enjoying the day. Evening time come, you get a little bit of a breeze. Yeah, things were cheaper. I mean, that's what really made it nice. It was just, you know, it was cheaper. You didn't really have to worry about too much. And yeah, I think that to me, that's really what made it nice, you know, during that time. There we go. Yep, things were cheaper. KFC now, and just KFC, you know, I don't know about the others, but they now have, it's about $9 and something to get a 2-piece chicken with a biscuit, mashed potatoes, almost $10. You had to make do being a Baltimore fan. Yeah, no, well, no, man. I like ball. I've been a Baltimore fan since about 2005. I think what really made me a Baltimore fan, the cover. Ray Lewis is on the cover of 2005. and he had a commercial that I saw where he had picked up the first down line and yanked it up and pulled it back and then dropped it. And then he was like, now you got to come through us, come see us, something like that. And that's what made me like defense. And I liked how he talked. And I'm like, I like that team. That team speaks football. They speak aggression. They speak, I'm going to make you play today, right? And so that's what I like. Back when you got 4 things for $1. Yeah, man, it was nice when you can get 4 bag of chips, 25 cents each for $1. And then you had like your house stores, you know, not corner stores, but the house stores where like you can just go, grandma, you know, in the back, she maybe live on the block behind you. You go to her house, she got like chips, pickles, candy, cookies, whatever for sale, right? You just go in there, you know, you can buy some cookies for like 50 cent, bag of chips, 25 cent, you know, pickle, juice, whatever, right? It was nice then. Yep, it was nice then. I'm from Baltimore. Being a Pittsburgh fan has been tough over the years also. Yeah, especially these years lately, I'm sure. And then even now, right, with Tomlin leaving, it's gonna be a new Pittsburgh, man. I think y'all have been a new Pittsburgh for a while, but y'all are starting to change like us. It's a offensive Pittsburgh, just like it's an offensive Baltimore, and I am not used to that, man, at all. I'm like, we're offensive team? We don't, like, we got defense, but it is not the same defense. It's not the same coaching staff, not the same philosophy. Our philosophy has changed. I really don't know what we're doing. We're just Ravens by color and Ravens by mascot. I don't really know. I think our team is Lamar. Lamar is our whole team. Like you see Ravens, you just say Lamar, and then everybody else forget about everybody else. It's just Lamar, which is cool. I ain't got nothing against Lamar. I love Lamar, but it's just a different time. So I don't know. I really don't know what to make of it, man. Really don't know. Or the bus. Yep, the bus. Like getting snacks from the bus. That was the thing too. You know, that was the thing too. About 90 minutes east of Pittsburgh. Okay. So not too far from Pittsburgh though. That's pretty good. I got a guy, a friend of mine. He's from Pittsburgh, but he's a Baltimore fan from Pittsburgh. And mostly for him, he likes Penn State. So his 2 teams, he's my neighbor, was Penn State and Baltimore. I used to see him fly both flags. And I'm like, oh, so Penn State and Baltimore. So that those are 2 you definitely don't really see like that. I'm in Southwest Florida now. Okay, nice. Down in Southwest Florida, probably down there by like Naples. You know, maybe the Keys, maybe not that far, but Naples area, Bradenton, you know, down there. Unless you're further south of that. Long ways away from Pittsburgh, though. I will tell you that. Oh, you went to Penn State. Oh, nice. Yep, that's where he went. Name is Scott. And Scott, he's my neighbor in Texas, actually. Because I lived in Texas for about 3 years, and then moved back to Florida here. But one of my neighbors across the street from me went to Penn State, and him and his wife moved to Texas, and have been there now a couple of years. But yeah, man, like I said, it's ironic to see that though. and not be either a Pittsburgh fan or a Philly fan, but live in Pittsburgh and go to Penn State. So that's the part that really shocked me. I was like, really? He's like, oh yeah, you'd be surprised when people hear that he's a Baltimore fan from Pittsburgh. I'm like, oh man, I'd be surprised too. I think I'm gonna put this back in the bag. These things are weak. This whole thing's not gone yet, but still, this thing is super weak, so I don't know what to make of it. I think I need to let this die out some more. Oh, Fort Myers area. Oh, nice. Yep, down there in Fort Myers. Yep. Fort Myers, good place. I got a buddy of mine that lives down there. Fort Myers, I used to travel, not quite that far. I think the farthest I went down there was Sarasota. So not quite Fort Myers area, but used to work down in Sarasota. That's about as far as I went as a salesman. Used to do sales and marketing. As a working for a marketing firm. Go down to Sarasota, Lakeland area. I don't know what's going on with my voice. Must be this, I don't know. But yeah, I used to go down there to Sarasota, come back up to Lakeland area, Bradenton, Brandon, Riverview, all that kind of stuff. Working at a marketing firm, selling in Sam's Club. And then I'd come on back up North Florida. So, like I said, I said on a different live, I recently went to the Bahamas on a cruise. So I had a cruise, went to the Bahamas, went down to Miami, caught the cruise from Miami on to the Bahamas. So Miami is a different place, especially for people who've never been. You have to really know how to navigate Miami, and it is expensive, way more so than what people think. And I mean, everything is expensive right now, but you go to Miami, you go to San Francisco, Vegas, and you'll see some gas prices and food prices that you didn't think were real. But yeah. All right, man. It is after midnight. I think I'm about to head into the house, man. I wanted to jump on, chat with y'all for a little minute. It's always a blessing, man. If you enjoyed chatting with me, hanging with me, subscribe to the channel. I usually just get on live, light up me a cigar, maybe do a little light review, and then just chat with whoever jumps online as far as the live. So if you like good conversation, you like chatting, my page is just really me giving my 2 cents about whatever I want to talk about. So I enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So subscribe to the channel. And then, yeah, join me whenever I go live. All right, I pray nothing but blessings and peace over your life as you continue to walk with me on this journey that we call life. God is good. Be blessed, stay safe, and I'll talk to y'all next time.